Hi guys, Adventurous Allotment 2 here. One of my viewers on my channel had asked about the grapevine, that's Ali I think, and so I thought I'd do an update on this grapevine so you can see exactly what's going on. So it's a bit of a mess at the moment, as you can see, and it's competing with the fig that we've got growing up here. In general, I got asked how big the leaves were. Well, it's still a young plant, so the jury's out, but in general what you're looking at here is about that size, about my hand or so is the biggest leaf, about the size of my hand, and obviously all of this here. So basically I've trained this, or attempted to train it. It's found its own little way, but I think it's got, yeah, so basically what's happened is I've trained it along here, and this is basically last year's training, and this is the wood, as you can see along here. So, and everything that's coming off this is a spur from this year, but it didn't flower this year, it didn't fruit. I suspect it's just a little bit too young, but I think next year it should do. I will cut these right back to every individual, like I will cut back, leave 2 leaves on obviously, but I'll do that on every spur that is growing. It's gone a bit haywire this year, but I've let it grow up simply because like it will give it the energy to like mature the wood everywhere else that needs to be matured. But other than that, it's grown well. As you can see, it's going for it, and it's everywhere. I've let it, I cut it back once earlier on in the year. I think it was getting quite straggly, but you can see it growing along the trellis there. And it's still growing, it's still going strong into September. This is one variety that will keep growing into autumn, simply because it is such a tough, cold hardy variety, so it can tolerate our cooler conditions better than most. So that's why you can see it's still really putting some vigorous growth out. So yeah, that's the size of the leaves. Now I don't know whether these are the more mature leaves, obviously. I don't know what purpose you're asking for, Ali, whether it was because of you plan to use the leaves for making like vine leaves or something like that, like food wise, or is it just for ornamental purposes? I don't know, but the leaves are not terribly huge, and you said that they're like maple, kind of, yeah. They've got that like maple shape to it, if you can see there, kind of like does have that maple shape. It's not very obvious, but it's there. But yeah, so it's doing well, and unfortunately no grapes. Like, it will be very interesting next year when I'm going to cut this back to the main growth in winter. It'll be very interesting to see whether it gets fruit on it next year, because it is quite a mature vine at this point. It's quite matured now. It's like, I mean, there's a very big difference. These are table grapes, by the way. So Queen of Esther is primarily a dessert grape, not a wine grape. But then my sort of experience of it is wine grapes tend to be able to produce grapes earlier than dessert grapes in terms of their life. So like when I had my Chardonnay vine a few years ago, which I gave away now, and the Hamburg vine, it tended to I planted it one year and it was basically flowering the next year. Now this looks like it's going to flower in its 3rd year. We'll see. But yeah, there will be a lot of training still. I mean, I've trained most of it, to be honest, but it's going haywire. I mean, most of it's got caught up in the as you can see, actually, funnily enough, into the strawberry tree, and one's even arrowing over onto the shed, the greenhouse roof. So it's going a bit berserk, but so I'm just gonna let it grow for a bit. It's gonna look a bit messy, but at the end of the day, when it starts sort of the leaves start yellowing, which will be in a matter of weeks, I suspect, I will cut this right back to the stem pretty much, and because it's done a lot of growth this year, which is good. But yeah, I hope that's answered your question. That is the current state of it. I mean, obviously there's the grapevine there. I have got a fig behind it, which makes it look more makes it look like there's more leaves than there actually are. But Of those lime green leaves, yeah, that's it's not bad for a second year. It's pretty vigorous, you can see. Still going as well, still really putting this out, but then it's not really been cold. It's not really got cold yet. It's been 20 degrees on average, so it's about average summer weather. So as long as we keep getting high teens and early 20s, these will keep on growing, and I don't think there'll be a problem. I don't think they'll start dying back very much yet. Anyway, that's it for my Queen of Esther grape. No fruits this year, but plenty of growth, and it looks like it's going to perform good. Put a good, hopefully a good flowering, good crop next year. But the key is don't cut them back too early before they've had a chance to really put that energy back into the stems that they'll need overwintering. But yeah, it's all good. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please like, please subscribe, and I'll be back soon for another video, because I haven't done them much recently, and I haven't really updated much this year because various things going on. But then, yeah, there'll be a lot more videos following now. Anyway, thanks for watching again, and I'll see you again for another video.